When we talk about machine learning, it is very important to understand what are the different types of machine learning models that we can use for our problems. The first type of machine learning is supervised learning, and it is definitely the one that is most often used. It is a type of machine learning where our model learns from examples with some known outputs. That means that for every data sample that we give to our model, we will also give it the output or the desired value or category that we want our model to predict for those inputs. So for each sample, our model will know what is expected of it to get in the end, and it will adjust its parameters and its features so that it can reach the desired output as well as possible from the given inputs. This way, in the future, when we give some new samples or some new data examples for the inputs, it will be able to predict the outputs that are almost or as good as possible for the given model. Then we have unsupervised learning. In unsupervised learning, our model learns from examples without known output. That means that we give our model examples, data samples, and our model doesn't know what we want it to get. So how do we use it if our model doesn't know what we want it to get? So these models are usually used in different types of applications. In some applications where we need to find similarity between the data. So let's say, for example, that we have a group of people and we want to divide them into two categories. So we can divide them based on different things. For example, the tall ones and the short ones. So we can divide them based on the age, on older ones and the children. Or we can divide them on those who are standing and those who are sitting in a chair, and so on. And in fact, our unsupervised learning model will find the best division there is for our data set so that it can easily put every sample in one group or the other. So it will find the best division line, let's say, between the two groups so that it can, in the future, with new samples, new examples, it can easily fit them in one group or the other. Then we have semi-supervised learning. Semi-supervised learning is kind of trying to take the best of the supervised learning and unsupervised learning. Here our model can learn from examples without known output, which is like unsupervised learning, and which is actually easier to obtain. It is much easier to get the data without known outputs than the data with known outputs. And for semi-supervised learning, we have some examples, like a smaller set of data, which has known outputs. So we use those in combination with different examples, a lot more examples, where we don't know the output, and this way we can train our model. And the fourth type of machine learning models that I want to address today is reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is different from the previous types of machine learning models in a way that it learns how to react to an environment. So these models start with, let's say, zero knowledge, and they are put into the environment where they need to work. And based on the situations they encounter, they can get some awards or some punishments, so to say, based on the outcome of them trying to perform a certain task. Maybe the best example of reinforcement learning are autonomous vehicles, where we can train them by putting them into traffic, and then they learn what is a pedestrian, what is a traffic light, and so on, by getting awards if it avoids them, or it gets punished if it hits a tree or something like that.